I hope I'm audible. Yeah, so my name is Raghuvansh. I am senior SDA at AWS. I'm accompanied by my colleague Varun, and we're here to talk about the road to maintainership and how we can shape OpenSearch's future together. A little bit about me. So I've been contributing to OpenSearch for the past 2 years, and right now I'm here to share my experience as a contributor who's aiming towards maintainership, and basically what are the things that you can do to put yourself on the right path to becoming a maintainer. So when you start out as a contributor, the path to maintainership isn't very clear immediately. Which issues to pick, which bugs to fix, how to report new issues, how to get involved in something called a triage meeting, what exactly a triage meeting is. There's simply a lot going on, and sometimes that can be very overwhelming. As someone who has started contributing fairly recently, I'm here to share my perspective on what it takes to get to OpenSearch maintainership. So a quick show of hands, how many people have actually contributed to OpenSearch before over here? Okay, decent amount. Okay, how many people have contributed to any open source project? So, oh, a fair crowd. So yeah, I mean, we folks over here already have context on what it takes to contribute to any open source project in general. Specifically, in terms of contributing to OpenSearch, when we start contributing, we may wonder what makes a good contribution, how collaborative we can expect contributions to be, how to build more context when making these contributions so as to reduce churn and build the kind of reputation that you require to become a maintainer eventually. Of course, a lot of these questions get answered when you actually start contributing, but it doesn't hurt to get to get an idea of what it would take to get to becoming a maintainer even before you begin, so that you're on the right path. So as a beginner, a great way to get involved in OpenSearch, like contributing to OpenSearch, is to attend triaging sessions. So a triage meeting is basically, it's a session where issue categorizations happen, you have design discussions going on, roadmap discussions, and so OpenSearch right now, we have triage meetings specifically for indexing, search, and I think there's one for storage as well. So by attending these sessions, you basically put yourself in the front seat for knowing exactly what is happening with the project, and whenever you try to contribute by raising issues, bugs, security vulnerabilities, or even raising small PRs, you know exactly what's going on, so that you're not going in the wrong direction. Of course, when you get started, somebody would nudge you in the right direction, but it doesn't hurt to already know what background OpenSearch has already set for you. So this sort of context often helps beginners to create more targeted contributions and reduce the churn involved with each contribution. Once you gain a good enough high-level picture of how OpenSearch works, what the roadmap has to offer, the picture becomes a lot clearer, basically, to how you can get to becoming a valuable contributor and eventually, hopefully, a maintainer. Triage meetings are also a very good place for you to showcase your abilities as a reviewer, as a design contributor. It's a good place for getting traction on any of the pull requests you've opened or any issues you've opened. And basically, it allows you to drive impact across the board by just attending these meetups and gaining the kind of exposure that you require to get to a maintainer, get to becoming a maintainer. Now, so once you understand what needs to be done, there is a specific set of skills, you can say, or practices that truly show that you know your stuff. So, for example, when you're raising issues, put as much context as possible whenever you're raising an issue. Link meta issues, add technical details, and actively remain involved after raising the issue in the discussions that are also happening. Because the good thing about open source is that since everyone is involved, you know that even if you're going in the wrong direction, you'll be nudged in the right direction, but you need to be involved actively for that to happen. When opening feature requests or issues, ensure that there is complete context of the problem you're trying to solve, and so that other contributors can help you as well. Now, oftentimes when we are working on one area, we may end up discovering something that is not entirely related, but it can still help the software become better. Never hesitate to step out of your comfort zone and open issues. Actively follow up on these issues and even go ahead and fix them if you know exactly what's wrong and how you can fix it. Uh, Context drives meaning. Add as much information as possible whenever you're opening a bug report. It doesn't matter if it's a day zero security vulnerability or a simple documentation miss. If it makes the software better, do it. Go ahead. When opening PRs, we often tend to not include a lot of information because it's second nature to us as the author. We add certain technical details, we know what we're doing, but as a reviewer, if you think about it as a reviewer, you need to include a bunch of information. For example, memory profiles, flame graphs. It depends on what kind of issue you're trying to solve or what kind of feature you're trying to add to. So for example, in this case, we were seeing a memory leak in the native memory profiles when we were debugging an issue with composite engines. And it wasn't immediately obvious to any reviewer what the issue would be about. So I included, I could only capture this much in the screenshot, but I included a bunch of flame graphs. I included memory profiles to show exactly what was happening and why we had to make this change to solve it. So that's about how you can make your contributions more valuable. I'll hand over to Varun now, who'll talk more about what it takes to become a maintainer.
Hey, thanks, Raghu, for sharing your wonderful journey in OpenSearch project, and hopefully we'll be seeing Raghu as a maintainer soon. But yeah, like I have been a little about me. So I'm Varun. I am a senior SD at Amazon, and I've been contributing to OpenSearch project for almost 3 years now. For the past 1.5 years, I've been a maintainer in OpenSearch code project. So I'll share what is there for maintainership to offer to you, and what maintainership expects from you, and what can we all gain in the process. Maintainers are committed and focused for the long-term health of the project, and they're really looking forward to grow the project and the community along with themselves. The role evolves from not just writing code, but also helping others to start contributing and making easier for them to start contributing and grow with the project. And along doing all this and becoming a maintainer, helping contributors grow, we really get a chance to be active in the open source community. As you might have seen in various talks yesterday and in the previous conferences as well. So as most of the contributors and maintainers in OpenSearch project are also actively contributing in Lucene. And as we're developing the support for composite and pluggable engines, we're also starting to get involved in data fusion and other areas related to that. So it's not just about OpenSearch, you're also getting exposure and influence in the open source community. Well, maintainership really has a lot to offer to all the contributors. It does expect something from you as well. So that something I have learned as I became a maintainer, and there are responsibilities that we need to adhere to, or some guidelines we need to adhere to when we become maintainers. As it's a very famous quote, I could remember that with great power comes great responsibility. So you need to help triage issues, make the health of the project better. You need to pitch in to say, okay, this is a priority, this is not a priority. You need to really help with the code reviews. There are a lot of pull requests being raised every day by a lot of contributors, new, old, advanced. Everyone is contributing, raising PRs. We need new maintainers every day, who can come in and take a first look at the PR, really review it, and ensure that only quality code gets in to the project. This also helps, to keep the main branch healthy and moving, and doesn't create any blockers for any other maintainers. If a bad code push comes, it might, cause the velocity to drop for us to, really check in the code. We also focus on security and the release health and the roadmap. So attending triage meetings, as Raghu previously touched upon, is really important. You can discuss your ideas, you can pitch in on someone else's ideas, you can help prioritize issues, you can discuss about something that you're seeing is going wrong, or you want to, take a step and fix something. Really, it's an open discussion. We keep some time in the triage meetings for these open discussions as well, apart from the agenda that we already have. So that's I'll say, if you want to do one thing out after going out of this talk, is that please go attend one triage meeting. After becoming maintainer, I also learned how I could help grow other maintainers, other contributors, giving them actionable feedback. Along the process, when I was looking forward to becoming a maintainer, other maintainers, I used to work with Baktavar, if you know those names, Gaurav, Sachin, Andrew, and I used to get a lot of feedback from them, and it helped me grow, and it helped me see how they are involved in my growth. That is how I learned and how I grew as a maintainer, and that is something I follow as well. When I'm reviewing a PR, I really ensure to help the person or the author, so that I can give him constructive feedback, so that he can move forward and really grow. Yeah. So these are some of the responsibilities which are not documented anywhere in the project, but something that I've learned through my journey for last 3-4 years. So we'll talk about some practical pointers which you can take back and start acting upon. So OpenSearch is a big project. I think all of us are aware of that. So it's really important that you don't pick too much in your first day or in your path. So you really need to focus on one single area. Pick one area that aligns with your goals, your passion, your interest, and really become an expert in that area. And then you can think about expanding to other areas as well. But it's very important that you start small and you become an expert in a single area. Ensure that that area you are ensuring in that particular area you are ensuring that, okay, this area I can ensure that no bad code can get in, or you are really ensuring that this area is growing and the quality and the stability of this area is top notch. Join the triage meetups. Definitely join the triage meetup of the area that you're interested in, but don't limit yourself to it. Triage meetups are a great way to get context or learn what others are thinking and what is happening around in the entire OpenSearch project. And lastly, don't hesitate to share your ideas. You can be vocal in the triage meetings, you can be vocal in the PR reviews, you can be vocal in the ideas that others publish, and you can also publish your RFCs to get early feedback on the things that you are thinking that will help improve the project. So these will help you get started very quickly, and will nudge you in the right direction, and will really help you grow towards your maintainership goal. Okay, now let's look at a practical example here. So this was one issue reported in the segment replication feature that we had. So this person reported a very important issue, or a very critical bug, a data loss bug in the segment replication. And it was a very edge case, and it was really difficult to understand that edge case. But I was really impressed by the level of detail that was there in the bug report that they shared. And it was really helpful for us to understand with all this detail, and we were quickly able to discuss in the issue what is happening, and okay, this is the issue, okay, I think this issue is, the bug is genuine, and what could be the fix for it. We were able to quickly discuss because he had all the details with him ready, he had done all the deep dive. And we were able to finalize, okay, this is the fix through a discussion. And later, they raised a PR for the fix. And as you can see, this is just a screenshot, but even in this, you can see the amount of detail that they had added. It really helped to understand the fix and the process they took to test it, and everything was covered. They even had the code pointers linked in the description. I could quickly go and check, okay, this code is this. So this is a level of detail that I was really impressed with this one. And later, 2-3 months back, I was really glad to see that he was nominated as a maintainer, and it went through. And this particular issue was a key highlight in his maintainership nomination. So this is the kind of things you can get inspired from, and try to incorporate these practices in your efforts in the project. Now, I'll also share or shed some light upon my journey as a maintainer. So my maintainership proposal was sent by Gaurav, who is sitting here. And I was really happy to become a maintainer, but that journey started from me contributing as a contributor. I started from the remote store project. When remote store was being developed in the open source, in the OpenSearch's project, I started as a contributor from day one. And later, with my contributions, I got the opportunity to drive the remote cluster state effort. This really helped me transition. I took the ownership for ensuring that, this feature is built top notch with quality, and what we're trying to do, we are really hitting the goal. With this, I got a lot of confidence by putting myself on the front seat and taking that extra step to ensure that everything is good with this project. And that really helped me from transitioning from a beginner contributor to advanced contributor or a matured contributor. Then most recently, I shared my ideas. I have been trying to push offline background fleet. I shared the RFC and design proposal for this. So this is a little bit about my journey, and all this really helped me towards like the final path to becoming a maintainer and continuing to grow in the same way. Now, to sum up, right, all that we discussed, maintainership, going to a maintainer role is hard, but yeah, it's not too difficult. So if you are committed and the community sees and you are committed to the project and the community is really excited about it and you are really there all the time, so it will help, and maintainers will start and the community will start noticing your efforts. And eventually, I don't think you can become a maintainer. Another thing that I want to emphasize again on is start small. Pick one area that you're interested in, grow in that area, become an expert. That will really help. And pick contributions that you think can be of high impact. Discuss with existing maintainers and contributors. There are flaky tests, there are bug reports that you think might be useful to the users, and the users might be really excited to see those fixed, and go raise a PR for it, and try to create the impact and try to get visible. You can reach out to maintainers and contributors to understand what is the priority and how much impact you think this issue might create if I fix it, all that stuff. People are there to help you always. Now, at last, I want to shed some light on the nomination process, how the nominations for maintainership happen. So any existing maintainer has to nominate you. That nomination is reviewed within the community. All the maintainers are included in that discussion. And if other maintainers agree and there are no objections, your nomination goes through. This is a simple process, but it takes some time to develop that trust within the community. Okay. Yeah, that's all. Thank you, everyone. These are some helpful links that you can take back and view. Thank you. Yeah, we have few seconds. I can take up some questions if there are any. Okay. Thank you, everyone.